I wrote this script intentionally to not have swear words. You better be happy, 4everfreebrony. Also, this video takes inspiration from Mic the Snare's excellent series, Deep Discog Dive. Go check that out, it's really cool. Hello everyone, my name is Blue Rain. The music album is a beautiful thing. A collection of songs, dash in some big hits here and there, and boom, an album. The album can be many things. A compilation, a greatest hits, a concept album. The album is truly a beautiful thing. Now tell me, how many albums do some of your favorite artists slash bands have? I'll answer first. Fall Out Boy, my favorite band of all time, currently has a total of 7 albums. Coldplay, one of my top 10 favorite bands, has 9 albums. Pink Floyd has a ton of albums, but people only really care about these 4. Maybe these 5. Now I ask you a similar question. Can you name a Brony musician who has released more than 3 albums? Sorry, Prince. You might have had a bit of a hard time coming up with that answer. Prince Whatever has a total of 3 albums, but only 2 of them are on streaming platforms. Glazed Wooden Toaster has 1 album that only has a few Brony songs on it. Blackened Blue hasn't put out an album yet.
Put out an album, my guy!
And while Immortal by Black Gryphon and Basic is an excellent album, Black Gryphon isn't really 100% a Brony musician. You might be asking me now, Blue Rain, what the hell does this have to do with anything? It's because there is a Brony musician out there who has released multiple albums. I introduce you to 4everfreebrony. Garrison Ulrich, more known on the internet as 4everfreebrony, is a Brony multi-instrumentalist and singer-songwriter based in Washington State. I'd say the genre he does the most is soft rock, but you'll hear other stuff like electronic, rock, and medieval? We'll get there, trust me. He has a soft, mellow voice and usually ties everyday life stuff with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. 4everfreebrony started his YouTube channel on March 27th of 2013, and about a week and a half later he uploaded what I assume to be his first upload and his first MLP song, Bird Song. I haven't listened to this one actually. I guess I'm a fake fan. From there, we get some random tracks here and there that will be seen on future records, so I'm not going to talk about them yet. Actually, doing research for this installment of the Brony Musician Analysis was somewhat difficult. There was conflicting information on what his first album is, and I had no idea what parameters I should have been going by. So here's the rules that I'm putting in place. I will only be talking about albums under the 4everfreebrony name, not the Garrison Ulrich name. And I will be taking the order of these albums from major streaming platforms and Bandcamp. So sorry, Garrison. The stuff that you put out under your actual name is probably really good. I just really wanted to make this video, so I only really listen to stuff under the 4everfreebrony name. With that being said, let's fast forward a little bit to 2014, and the first album we're talking about is, well, I think Garrison Ulrich took over the role of Roger Waters for this one.
Yeah, Roger Waters? You're in your, late 70s. Are you sure you want to make another concept album? Garrison Ulrich! What the hell is this? Where's the ponies? There's literally a rainbow on the front cover. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna make my own version of this, and I'm gonna call it The Pink Side of the Moon. What do you think? What do you think? What have you done with Roger Waters?
On July 23rd, 2014, 4everfreebrony released The Pink Side of the Moon, a concept album about Pinkie Pie losing all faith in Ponyville and her friends and setting off for the moon. This album was a massive project, combining the talents of 26 people and creating a masterpiece. I'm talking about both the 2014 version and the 2018 remaster, by the way. Yeah, The Pink Side of the Moon is a masterpiece. If I may, I want to try breaking down the story. Basically, Pinkie Pie loses all faith in her hometown and her friends and flies off to the moon to escape them. She's having an absolute blast on the moon, really making it her own because nobody rocks the moon like Pinkie. However, soon enough, she begins to regret her decision. She starts missing social contact and simply sharing air to breathe. All seems hopeless, but the Ponyvillians send a message to Pinkie Pie basically saying, "We don't know what happened, but we still love you no matter what." And this puts faith back into Pinkie Pie. Then, Princess Luna comes and tells Pinkie Pie that the moon is no place for her. Finally, Pinkie Pie returns to Ponyville proclaiming that all I need is right here. If I got any of that wrong, then let me know. I love that concept so much, and this album is fantastic. Props to everyone who worked on it. 5 out of 5 for this fantastic record, and it gets a certificate of perfection, meaning that every single song on the album is in my playlist. Definitely the strongest start we could have to this video. On November 16th, 2016, 4everfreebrony released Hoping, a much more melancholic album that seems to revolve around Twilight Sparkle and themes of death and remembrance. Unlike the last record, Hoping didn't really catch my ear that much, but that's not to say there's not good songs on it. Stay gets emotional with its lyrical content, Bound with Time has this cool synth lead in it, the title track, Hoping, is beautiful, Back to You brings back the soft rock sound, and Carry On brings encouragement to the listener. Other than that, yeah, this record didn't reel me in much. Not sure why though, it's a perfectly fine record. I gave it a 4 out of 5 certified solid rating after listening to it. Yeah, that's about all I can say for Hoping, and I think that mentality might carry over to the next album we talk about. On August 19th, 2017, 4everfreebrony released Silhouette Games, an album dedicated to those who wish to chase their dreams but find it difficult, and also for the ones who are discovering who they are. Unfortunately, I didn't gravitate towards this one either. I think it's a fine record, yes, but there's just something about it that kind of led me astray. I can't really point out what exactly. Not to say that every song is terrible, no, not saying that at all. Silhouette features vocals from Black Gryphon and is inspired by the episode Magical Mystery Cure. Great track. Just a Game is a nice track about the love between Shining Armor and Princess Cadence. I love the drums in the intro, and Chi-Chi does great as always on the feature. And Three's a Team is a classic Cutie Mark Crusaders song. So yeah, I'm not head over heels for Silhouette Games, but that's just a personal thing. You go listen to it yourself and see what you think. Other than that, it's a 3 out of 5 for this one. Before we talk about this next album, I'm going to quickly mention that the Pink Side of the Moon remastered version came out on May 31st, 2018, and adds a new track right here. The remastered version is the one that I listen to because it's remastered, so it's better. That's how that works, right? On November 20th, 2018, 4everfreebrony took a ton of older tracks, did some modern magic, and gave us Emerald Eyes, an album all about the Apple family. This album, for me personally, is a great turnaround from the 4 out of 5 and 3 out of 5 I gave Hoping and Silhouette Games respectively, because this is a great record. The album takes more of a classic country sound to it, which fits with the entire image of the Apple family. The title track, Emerald Eyes, opens the record perfectly. Don't Run Away can actually get me emotional here and there. It's a song about Applejack leaving the orchard to move to the big city. Chasing Fate is a 7-minute epic. Desert of Wishes retells the Is Pinkie Pie part of the Apple family story, and Miracles is my favorite song off the album. Love Haymaker's vocal performance on it. Overall, while the album misses the certificate of perfection, it still receives a 5 out of 5 from me. A fantastic Brony country album. What's not to love? Fun fact, I actually almost missed this one because on Spotify, this one is under a different 4everfreebrony name. It has the E and the B capitalized for some reason. I don't get it. On February 25th, 2019, 4everfreebrony released The Highest Tower, an album all about the royal sisters. Well, mostly about Luna. While I like the ideas presented on this album, like the 2 instrumental pieces and the 2 songs, Light and Darkness, being halves of a whole, I didn't really latch onto this one. Believe me though, there are fantastic songs here. Who Knows is pretty comedic with its spoken word skit at the end, and it's overall very enjoyable. The Highest Tower is the best song off of the album, and has an incredible vocal performance from Ellie Monty. I hope I'm saying her name right. And Lunaby is tranquil. I do like Light and Darkness as well, although I found the separated versions unnecessary, but I like the idea that 4everfreebrony was going for. Overall, I'm sorry, but I have to give The Highest Tower a 3 out of 5. It's a perfectly fine album though, and if you adore it and hold it high, then more power to you. I simply won't be buying a CD of this one.
Thou art too old for this.
On Christmas Day 2019, 4everfreebrony released The Dreamer's Door, a collection of 6 chants about the main 6 that began all the way back in 2013 with Chant of Immortality, along with some extra tracks here and there. This is where that medieval sound comes in. I don't really know what to call its genre. All I can say is that all of the chants are excellent. Some of them sound like they belong on a sailboat in the 1600s. I also love the language used in them, very unique for Brony music, but it just works so well. Also, the concert version of Chant of Immortality is great. Shout out to it. But the best thing on this album isn't even any of the chants. It's the finale track, Life Outside. This is 4everfreebrony's magnum opus. This is his best song. He describes it as a fandom anthem, similar to Solidarity and This Together by Prince Whatever, but it takes more of a classic rock approach, I'd say, with multiple people from the community pitching in vocals for the song, from the likes of Lunajax, Aviators, P1K, Black Gryphon, MemJ0123, DB Pony, Manta Subasa, and Prince Whatever. This is the masterpiece of Forever Free Brony, and that guitar medley containing bits from actual songs from the show gets me emotional every damn time. The Dreamer's Door is an easy 5 out of 5, even though it misses the certificate of perfection. Seriously, I did not expect Life Outside to be one of my top 5 favorite Brony songs. I'll do a list in the future of my top 50. Also, the chants are absolutely stunning and deserve love too. Remember that. Exactly 2 years after The Dreamer's Door dropped, Forever Free Brony released Lost and Found, a concept album about best pony derpy hooves and Doctor Hooves basically going on an epic adventure. This album stands as my favorite record from Forever Free Brony. It touches multiple genres like rock, folk, and electronic. Paradise is a perfect opener and features Forever Free Brony's wife, Cookie Dough. Rained Out is a rocker and is my personal favorite song off of the album. The Fall is new territory for Forever Free Brony as it dives deep into electronic sounds. I Wish I Could Stand on a Cloud is basically just Bill Wirtz ponified and it's perfect. And Tough Without You is quirky and fun, has a great guitar solo in there too. Apparently, this is another concept album as well, although around the time that As the Thunder Rolls By plays, I kind of lose track of where the concept is. But I don't really care about that. All I care about is 10 songs about Derpy and the Doctor.
Fantastic.
Lost and Found is my favorite album from Forever Free Brony. Easy 5 out of 5, and it earns a certificate of perfection. It's that damn good. Everyone put their all into this project, and it was well worth it. I want a CD of it.
So now I guess I can stand on a cloud.
Forever Free Brony is still active to this very day, releasing random music stuff on his YouTube channel like covers and the solos to some of his own songs. It's really cool to see how some of these solos were played. Open letter to Forever Free Brony, I would love to collaborate with you on a song. I don't have the most professional vocal recording equipment, but does that matter? I don't care what song you throw me on, I would kill to collaborate with you, man. Here's my resume. You know, if you need it. Forever Free Brony is my second favorite Brony musician, and I credit him with helping me dive even deeper into the amazing Brony music scene. Doing a deep Discog dive on Forever Free Brony was so much fun, and I'm extremely excited for his next full-length album. Thank you for watching. Forever Free Brony, I would love to collaborate with you, and please don't subscribe. What there is behind the dreamer's door.